Queen Elizabeth II was born on April 21, 1926 in London, England. Her full name was Elizabeth Alexandra Mary Windsor. She was the first child of the Duke and Duchess of York, later known as King George VI, and Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother. Elizabeth had one younger sister, Princess Margaret. When Elizabeth was a child, she lived a normal life for a royal. She went to school at home and learned many subjects such as history, language, and music. She also learned to ride horses and play sports. Her father became king in 1936 after his brother, King Edward VIII, gave up the throne. Elizabeth was very young, only 10 years old. Suddenly, she became the heir to the throne. This means that she would become queen one day. During World War II, Elizabeth and her sister helped the war effort. They trained as drivers and mechanics. She also visited hospitals and factories to support the soldiers and workers. These experiences taught her responsibility and courage. Elizabeth became queen on February 6, 1952, after her father died. She was only 25 years old. Her coronation, or official ceremony as queen, was on June 2, 1953. It was a very important event, watched by millions of people around the world on television. As queen, Elizabeth had many responsibilities. She met leaders from many countries, attended official events, and represented Britain at home and abroad. She also worked to support charities and help people in need. Queen Elizabeth believed in serving her country. She promised to work hard for her people. She never said she wanted power for herself. She wanted to help others. Elizabeth married Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, on November 20, 1947. Prince Philip was a member of the Greek and Danish royal families. Together, they had 4 children: Charles, Anne, Andrew, and Edward. Elizabeth and Philip had a very strong partnership. Philip supported the Queen in her work, and they traveled together to many countries. They celebrated over 70 years of marriage before Prince Philip passed away in 2021. The Queen was also a grandmother and great-grandmother. She enjoyed spending time with her family and attending events with her children and grandchildren. Queen Elizabeth II was the longest reigning monarch in British history. She ruled for more than 70 years. During her reign, she saw many changes in the world. She experienced new technology, wars, and changes in society. She visited more than 100 countries without a passport. This is because the Queen's passport is not needed, it is always in her name. She met many important leaders, including U.S. presidents and world kings and queens. The Queen worked closely with the government but did not make political decisions. Her role was to support democracy and represent the country. She opened Parliament, signed laws, and met the Prime Minister regularly. Elizabeth faced many challenges as Queen. Some were personal and some were public. In the 1990s, the royal family had difficulties. There were divorces and public opinion was sometimes critical. In 1992, the Queen called it an annus horribilis, a Latin phrase that means horrible year. Several scandals and fires occurred in royal homes. Despite these difficulties, Elizabeth continued her duties. She showed strength and patience, and her popularity returned over time. Queen Elizabeth worked to modernize the monarchy. She allowed television cameras at royal events and encouraged transparency. The Queen understood that the monarchy had to adapt to the modern world. She used technology to connect with her people. For example, she gave her first email in 1976 and her first public webcast in 1997. She also embraced social media in her later years. The Queen experienced many historical events during her life. She lived through World War II, the Cold War, and the fall of the Berlin Wall. She also saw the United Kingdom join and leave the European Union. In 2012, Elizabeth celebrated her Diamond Jubilee, marking 60 years on the throne. In 2022, she celebrated her Platinum Jubilee, marking 70 years. These events were celebrated with parades, concerts, and ceremonies across the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth. Queen Elizabeth II was the head of the Commonwealth, a group of 54 countries. These countries include Canada, Australia, India, and South Africa. She worked to maintain good relations among these nations. The Queen visited many Commonwealth countries and supported development projects, education, and health programs. She believed that the Commonwealth could bring people together peacefully. Elizabeth had many personal interests. She loved horses and enjoyed horse racing. She also enjoyed dogs, especially corgis. Over her life, she owned more than 30 corgis. The Queen also enjoyed outdoor activities, such as walking in the gardens of her palaces. She liked art, music, and reading. These hobbies gave her balance and relaxation during her busy life. Queen Elizabeth II left a lasting legacy. She was known for her sense of duty, calmness, and dedication to her people. She inspired generations with her work ethic and commitment. Her reign showed that a monarch could adapt to modern times while keeping traditions. She supported charity, education, and peace. People around the world respected her as a symbol of stability and continuity. Queen Elizabeth II passed away on September 8, 2022. Her son, Charles III, became king. The Queen's life and service are remembered as an example of dedication and leadership. Queen Elizabeth II was more than a queen. She was a symbol of strength, duty, and service. From a young princess to a long-reigning monarch, she faced challenges with courage and grace. Her life shows that leadership is not only about power but about responsibility. She worked for her people every day of her life. Her legacy continues to inspire people around the world.